What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to Campfire. As always, it is myself, Hayden, Mike, with a little bit of camera issues today. And, well, we never know where Pat's at or when he's going to show up. I'm supposed to be the one that's going to be late today, but it's Pat. So that's all good. How's everybody
Camera
doing?
issues, but here.
Hey, that's cool, man. That's just kind of like when you go out to do a POTA. If you have issues, you don't stop activating. You just figure something else out, right?
Amen to that.
That's right.
Yep.
So what's everybody been up to?
Well, I'm up in West Virginia for the weekend. We're coming home tomorrow, and had the little portable station set up out here on the picnic table today and yesterday, and was doing some hunting. Had quite a few contacts this weekend.
I see a beautiful eagle one in the background there.
Yeah.
This way, right there.
Oh, I actually activated today without an eagle one. What do you think about that?
Mm.
Oh.
I'm sure you didn't use something better. Or you were just trying something else new or different?
Just kind of doing a review and trying something new too as well. I was using the 100-watt spark plug antenna.
Okay.
So far, so good. It did really well. 40 had a little bit of a noise floor, but I talked to some other activators and they said it was the same on everything. 20 worked really well. So I was happy with the first test. We're gonna be testing again before I do the review. I don't like to do one try and try to do a review on something. So we definitely gotta do it again. But lots of fun. It's always fun to get out and activate.
It's always one antenna might work great in a woodland area, but then somewhere else it might not.
Yeah, absolutely. So I like to try things in different places and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it was weird because of course I had my tuner with me and I just didn't even hook it up. That's kind of just weird for me.
I heard
Seems
Mike
like it did a good job
on QRO.
You heard what?
I heard Mike, the PP man, doing 100 watts today. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I know. He has went to the dark side. The force has pulled him over. I don't know what he's trying out a new radio. I do know what he's doing, but I don't know whether he's going to stay or not. I told him once you go QRO, you don't go back, but we'll see.
Yeah, I heard him.
I don't know about that.
Next week.
I know I went QRP and came right back to QRO. I know that. But I almost was going to do a QRP today. I've just been so busy because I had the ball game today and everything. And last game of regular season. So next week's the playoffs. And thank God they're on Saturday because Sunday I've got every year Charleston Ham Radio Club does a little parking lot flea market swap, and it's in Coonskin Park, and it's always fun to go down and check out and hang out with some hams. So I got that next Sunday, but I'll be back in time for the show, of course. What's going on, Pat?
Oh, nothing. My computer is being slow, so I got on here a little late. If anyone follows me on TikTok, they know that my resin printer is a little foobar right now.
What happened?
I don't know. I replaced. So I guess there's a little bit of resin left in the tank, and somehow it seeped under the basin.
That hurts.
Yeah, and it went on the screen, and I tried to get it off of there, and I couldn't really without scratching the screen. So this got a replacement screen. This is like $30. It's not bad, but yeah, I put the new screen. I'm like, it doesn't work. So I contacted them. They're pretty good. Elegoo is really good about replacing stuff that breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
yeah.
So what you're saying is you have a problem with electronics. Everything you touch just stops working.
Well, that's unnecessarily true. I fix a lot of stuff.
I know you do. I'm just goofing with you.
I know.
Yeah. And it's just like I had every intention of getting one of the QRP guys' radios kits and putting it together. And then Pat got one and put it together, and his don't work. And now I'm like, I don't know.
They're actually pretty easy to set up.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to mine,
So,
but yeah.
says the guy who has one that works.
Oh well.
Yeah, the thing that really kind of irked me is I asked for help and they're like, "Oh, do you have testing equipment and all this other shit?" I'm like, "No, I just want the thing to fucking work." Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not like, can you help me or not? Like,
But what was the extent of the testing equipment? Like a DMM, a digital multimeter, or did they want an oscilloscope, an RF analyzer?
yeah, like
I
all
mean,
that. They're like, "Do you have like an oscilloscope and all this?" I'm like, "No." Because not every ham, like, has
of
the
course,
money to blow on stuff they're going to use, once a year,
once.
maybe.
Uh,
So I'm like, can I send it in to get it fixed? And they're like, no, we don't do that.
Pat's like, I got an antenna analyzer. Does that count?
Yeah, well, I have like a multimeter. I have an analyzer, but you don't really need much more than that. Because
no.
if I got an oscilloscope, I'd use it once a year, like I said.
If that.
If that, yeah. Like, I don't think the neighbor that, that kind of taught me ham radio, like, I don't think he used his. Like, I asked him about it. I was like, oh, yeah, I haven't used it in like 5 years. It's just sitting there. It's like, I don't really
Well,
need to
I
use
mean,
it.
if you had one, I guess you could find excuses to use it. But I've thought many times about buying one, but it's like, for what? For
Yeah,
using it, like you said, for use every other 5 years? No.
yeah, it'd collect dust
Yeah, for sure.
in my
For
basement.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got a YouTube channel. You can have it sitting in the background, and people are like,
Yeah.
oh, that guy has an oscilloscope.
He knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
It's
I've got
2 dB.
I've got a full blown station monitor at home, and I've only used it once. It's been sitting under the table in the shack ever since.
Yep.
Well, it's a good foot warmer.
Oh yeah.
So, did I tell you guys I had a major, not storm, it was they're calling it a microburst. If anybody knows, it's like a sort of a tornado, but the wind doesn't
Yeah.
swirl. It just, yeah. So we had one this week. My weather station recorded on my tower 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Hmm.
So my antenna, my 10-element beam, is a little crooked. It's a little off, worse for wear. Still works though, but it instead of being an antenna, it's now sort of fishy because the elements are a little bent back because it was pointed straight at the wind or something, and it's like just a little crooked. It's like an arrowhead now.
So yeah, Terry Mike is having a bad hair day. He went to the barber, and the barber was cutting his hair, and he got halfway done, and the power went out. So he's having a bad hair day, and he won't turn his camera on for us because of it.
Exactly. Exactly.
See, there, Collins has an older oscilloscope that he got in the estate sale that he's never used.
Yeah.
But it's good eye candy. It's like, I have an old.
With the newer stuff that you have, you really have no point in using an oscilloscope. Plus, you have an old tube transmitter that you have to tune, or a receiver that you have to tune.
Wait a minute, Kyle's in the chat. Kyle, do you have an oscilloscope?
He probably does.
If somebody in the chat has one, I would think it would be Kyle. We're gonna find out.
I have a VNA. Does that count?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got one of those somewhere too.
Jason says he has one.
Yeah, Half has one.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't justify the buying one. when we use it.
There are several YouTubers who build one. Maybe you can find one and do a collab with him and get him to fix your QRP Labs QDX.
Yeah.
And he can point out what you did wrong.
Oh, I guarantee
no
you. I
idea.
guarantee you, there's some YouTubers that would look in it like, dude, right there's your problem. I mean, they'll just look at it and say, "Are you dumb?"
No, I mean, not necessarily. These boards, the QDX lab, tests every board before they ship them out to make sure that it's not a board issue if something goes wrong. Now, having said that, stuff can still go wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it was all Pat's fault.
Oh, I am. I'm saying it's all Pat's fault. It's definitely Pat's fault, and it's Pat's fault that I'm not buying one now because I know I will pat it.
You go ahead and buy one. They're tricky to build, but they're not. I've done worse. I've done a lot worse, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I'd hook it up to the computer, and the audio just wouldn't work at all. And I even went to like the firmware settings and everything, and then it just completely bricked after that. So I don't know. I think it's something on the board.
Was yours revision 3 or revision 3A?
I have it sitting here somewhere.
Well, you have to open it and look inside the board. Because I know revision 3A had problems.
It says just 3.
I'll tell you one.
Then 3 is okay.
I'll tell you one. The experienced repairman would tell you. Did you try turning it off and turning it back on again?
Oh, I did. Trust me.
Oh, well, then that thing's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even think it takes power now. Like I don't know what's wrong with this. And I told them like, please send it in, and they're like, no. I was like,
no, just like an old oscilloscope, you can be pretty in your bench. It sucks because it's expensive. Well, ish. So you want something like that to work, not be eye candy.
So, what do you guys been working on radio wise? Projects, or are you doing anything new? With what you already do. What's been going on with you?
I've been slacking.
I've been slacking.
Well, I took out my Hustler antennas out to give them a once over, and get them set up to do some stuff with the QDX. So that's what I did this week per se. That and buy a new lithium battery.
I had my right here. Oh, no. SWR meter took a dump on me this weekend, so I'm going to be opening that up and trying to play with it, see what's wrong with it. It's telling me I was putting zero power out, and I knew I was because I was making contacts. So something's going on with it.
Which one is that? Is that the CN901?
No, that's the one before that, the 801.
Okay. So say I got a 901.
I picked it up at the local auction up here. They didn't know what they had, so I got a pretty good deal on it.
Nice.
Cristiano says he's been trying to get his local club to help put up his HF antenna up. He's been trying for 2 years so far. Wow. If anybody's near him, somebody go help him out, man. That's horrible. But,
yeah, I mean, it depends what kind of antenna you're talking about too. If you're talking about a tower, that's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm waiting on somebody to put me up a tower too.
Yeah.
All I need is all the equipment and somebody to put it up for me. But,
yeah. There you go.
Actually,
no.
I got a small tower that I actually need to stick up that I've been trying to wait to get I've got a couple other things I need to get done first, but it's going to be more for my VHF, UHF stuff.
Speaking, I know Jason's building. I think the car tenant tonight.
Yeah, I seen his post that said I'm
Yeah.
building an antenna. Let
Yeah.
that sink in. I think he's trying to clickbait everybody like he's building his DX
Yeah,
or something.
I was gonna give him shit for that. I was gonna be like, haha, he almost had us. I think her antenna is a BB7V. I just looked it up.
Is that like a hustler?
It's a vertical.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
like
shouldn't be
7
too bad.
bands.
They put up. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad to put up. Just put that on a pole, of some kind.
They actually like to be not too high, but they
Really?
need an open field, but they need a lot of radios.
No.
You need to have room for those radios.
Sometimes it's discouraging, when you're trying to get somebody in your local area to help you when you don't know how to do something, and because everybody's always like, yeah, I'll help you, and they never do, and it does get discouraging. I know when I first got into hunting parks on the air and was wanting to learn about activating, I had asked everybody that I could think that I seen activating around at the time, which is not a lot of people. And I'm like, hey, the next time you go out, can I go with you and stuff? And they're like, oh yeah. And then they'd never go out because it was kind of winter time. And me, I don't care that it's winter time. And I finally got fed up and I just had to do it myself. But it does get aggravating when you need some help. How many people's in your local club?
Who, mine?
No.
No, I was asking Christiana.
Oh. Yeah, well, the most discouraging part about it is when you think about the demographic of most ham radio clubs, they're not doing anything better because they're all retired.
Exactly.
It's like, go help them.
This is true. This is true.
You're at home watching reruns of I Love Lucy. Just go help them.
So she lives out in Oregon. So if any of my viewers are in the Oregon area that would like to help her get an antenna up, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Or if anybody would like to send me to Oregon to do POTA and I can help her, I'm good in QRZ. POTA for hire.
Yeah, they all have bad knees. Terry's not wrong. They all have bad knees. That's why they can't help. It's about the rain. My knees are hurting.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, the old guys can put up some antennas. I don't want to even hear that about the bad knees. Because out in front of my house, the dipole that I use, and I look at it sometimes and I'm like, how did they get that like that? My dad and a couple of the older guys from the club that I'm in now put that thing up, and that thing's rock solid, man. It's done right, because I mean it works very well especially for something that's just absolutely, it's all homemade.
Hey, those old timers know some tricks, man.
Yeah.
Because
they've been doing it for a lot longer than we have.
It goes over top of the drop line that goes to the house. So it goes over top the power.
Yeah, I mean it just depends where you live, because like where I live, a lot of the hams are pretty helpful, depending on which club you reach out to. That's kind of a big key. Like don't just look at your club. Look at clubs in your surrounding area, because like I have this kind of experience where there's one club that I'm a member of and they don't do a whole lot, and it's kind of hard to get people to do things unless there's like a marathon or a bike race and everyone comes out with their HTs. But there's another club I'm part of, and
I found out if there's food involved, a lot of people show up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Nobody in my local club did Parks on the Air then. Somebody would have helped me from my local club, absolutely. I was just trying to get, again, and it was winter time. Reed. I didn't even see Reed doing any activations because I'm sure Reed would have helped me. But there was a few people that was popping out every now and then, and they all said they would take me on one, but I'm impatient. I definitely wouldn't wait 2 years. So like after about a month of waiting and not getting to go out, I was just like, heck with it, I'm gone. And there I went, and I figured it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean that could be frustrating. That's why I do the with the DC club, I do the monthly activation. So that way I can get not only like the older hams or whatever get into POTA, but like especially like the guys who just got their technician license. They can hop on a club call and get on HF, and then they want to get upgraded.
Right. Well, I mean now since then, there is a couple of people in the club that do POTA now, and we do some club activations every now and then. So it's picked up since then, of course. But
yeah, and a lot of people in my club, at least, has said with like the monthly activations, kind of helped them get their brain racking for field day on like what an optimal setup is. Because you're going out there with your radio out into the field, and like you actually have to run it off of usually a battery. I mean, I guess you use a generator or something, but then they kind of figure out it's best to not bring a boat anchor to field day. Like you should get a dedicated portable radio.
Listen, a couple of years ago, the for summer field day, our club and the Boone County Club always go together and do it together. And we do it in this big for summer field day. We do it in this big soccer field, and we're out by ourselves and stuff. And they brought a big, huge. I don't even know what it was. Some kind of piece of mining equipment battery out there. It was. It was massive. I mean, massive, and everybody was just running off that thing.
Nice.
Probably a gazillion amp hour battery or something. I don't know what it was, but it was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, David said there needs to be a nationwide POTA soda type club. There already kind of is. Ham Radio.
It's called Parks on the Air.
Well, like there's an actual club that's like all over the country. Ham Radio Adventures is one of them, and I think there's another one, but I can't remember a name.
Well, the clubhouse does a lot of activations.
It kind of, sort of. I mean, they're not coordinated like Adventures is, because Adventures would be like, hey guys, we're gonna go to this state or whatever, and this day.
Yeah, they just recently did the Washington trip.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of videos from it already. I was supposed to go, but things happen, and it doesn't always get to happen.
That's the call sign I was looking for, WE4DX.
Yeah, but it would be cooler to have it kind of more state by state or regional. Have like, for instance, the Maryland Portable Operation Club or West Virginia Portable Operation, because you wouldn't want to just relegate it to just POTA, because then you kind of, alienate the guys who do the other ones like
Soda and
like Soda, WWF, yeah.
It was kind of cool because speaking of that, I actually just gave a presentation, and normally when you think of me giving a presentation to somebody, it's always a POTA presentation. But I actually just gave a portable operations presentation to the Long Island CW Club Saturday, and it went really well. I had a lot of fun with those guys and got a lot of interesting questions. So
yeah, well, for those guys are pretty spoiled when it comes to portable, because they have a lot of options out there for CW.
Well, no, now they have on Saturdays. They always have it's a portable operation discussion, and they're a lot more than just CW. Because I wasn't getting the CW questions. I was getting I think I got 1 or 2 CW questions. So, which now I have increased again. I've started back doing my trying to get my CW contacts. I think I did 5 after yesterday's activation or something. So
Nice.
I'm getting it back because again, I got to, by the end of this year, I've got to get a CW activation in. It's in the goals. Thank you very much for the super chat. There's a Crater Lake about 25 minutes from me.
That's a cool park.
That's a cool park. Listen,
Yeah.
So people has no reason. 25 miles from her, there's a POTA to do. You can go do a POTA and help her get an antenna up, guys.
I will say though, like you probably wouldn't go up there in the winter because it is kind of high up in the mountains. But yeah, that's a cool park when you can get up there.
Hey, Christiana, I'd go and help, but I'm worse off than these three.
Just charter a flight for him. He'll come right out there.
Ah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find somebody in that area. I'm going to be on the hunt. It's going to be my humanity mission of the month of next month because this month is over. But
probably reach out to Crash Course's Discord.
Well, I know
because he has a lot of the guys on the West Coast on there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Collins, you're in the chat. Maybe mention it in the Crash Course net, Collins, if there's anybody over in that area, because I know you guys got a lot of people in that area.
Is someone getting like a Skype call or something?
I don't know. It's a pretty interesting tune.
Is that you, James?
Not me.
Uh-oh.
What's it me?
Oh.
Can y'all hear that tractor?
I do.
Not really. Kind of.
I'm gonna have to mute my microphone then. Neighbor's cutting his grass at almost dark.
Hey, it's nice and cool.
It's already nice and cool.
Oh. It was really hot at the ball game, but now it has cooled down dramatically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got this big contest coming up this weekend. I'm going to another island to do CQ SSB worldwide contest.
Nice. Is this the same con? Oh, let me look at the date here.
This is the same way he's been talking about for a couple of weeks.
No,
When does that start, Mike?
Next Friday, the 28th.
Cool.
I'm wondering
midnight.
I'm wondering if that's the same contest that Kyle was talking about.
No, he's talking about ARRL sweepstakes. That's a different one. That starts, the CW starts the 5th. I think sideband's the next weekend.
Yeah. So this weekend, the bands are going to be horrible.
Wow. All because of the contest?
Well, it's worldwide contest.
The good news is the work
FG8's going to be nice.
Well,
yeah, the work bands
are doing really well right now. So the problem is most people don't have an antenna for them. So it's kind of push and shove.
Hayden does. It's in the background. I see it.
What's that?
Oh, Eagle One. Does that tune up well on 17?
I've tuned it up on every band today, and it worked great.
That'll tune anywhere from 6 to 160, but 6 and 160 is iffy.
So I'm saying like 17, 12, and 30 are usually the tough ones on a multi-band antenna.
Yeah, they do fine there.
Okay.
Well, that depends on what tuner you're using too.
Okay.
If you're using
Z100A.
See, he's using a push button antenna too. But
automatic antenna tuner.
I prefer to use a manual tuner because a manual tuner is like the tuner in a G90. It'll tune anything.
I have the when I had the 891, I used the MFJ 939, and that thing is, oh my God, it'll tune anything. Supposedly it tunes from 32 to 1. So, and I tried it. It tunes
It's all wild.
everything. Everything. You could hook up a washing machine to it and it'll tune it.
Do it.
Don't know what band, but it'll tune it.
Bring a washing machine to your next POTA activation.
Terry is correct. A 9 to 1 and then will make the Eagle 1 tune easier.
I'm gonna look into that.
That sounds like a challenge. Get a washing machine, put it in the back of your truck or whatever, and see if you can go activate with it.
Yeah, we were in Patreon chat the other day, and I'm thinking I'm going to here in the near future I'm going to make a Dr. Pepper antenna. So
gonna make one of those what's it called? The ones the Navy developed where it's like a beam of water. And he could
I saw that once on a video.
Yeah, they developed this antenna where it uses salt water, and they can adjust the length of it, and
that's crazy.
They basically tune an antenna that way by adjusting the length of water.
Yeah, I saw that once on a video.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta get like a little pump and get a few gallons of Dr. Pepper and see if it'll work.
I don't think it's salty enough for that.
You just add some salt in there. You'll be all right. I mean, shoot, it has enough sugar. Probably conduct electricity at that point.
True.
Yeah, I could probably just stick a wire down in this bottle right now and get like North Korea.
Yeah. Well, if anyone's on the radio there, yeah. That's the biggest factor.
Well, I mean, somewhere in North Korea, there's a guy waiting to make a Dr. Pepper contact right now.
If they even know what it is.
he's like, I'm willing to give up my life to get on the radio right now.
Oh, Joseph is shooting some shots at you, James.
Let's see, we're at the Colin saying now. Yeah. Joseph Collins, the one guy that lives in California that can't seem to hunt me no more. I've gotten so much California recently, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I keep waiting to hear him and nothing. So what you guys got coming up?
I need to do my video for this week. I haven't done that yet.
I shot a video and a half today, so I'll probably edit. I've got other videos to edit that's supposed to go out first, but I'll probably edit the one that I shot today just because it is the fall, and I like the fall, and it's a good fall video, so I'll probably edit it and stick it out. I'm hoping tomorrow, if I get home, well, I know I'm home now, but we all know that I'm leaving as soon as this is over. If I get home at a decent hour and time to edit it, matter of fact, maybe I should start uploading clips right now to where I can have them already ready to edit later. But I'm gonna try to put it. I'm gonna try to get that one out tomorrow. There's a guy in Cave Junction, Oregon, that is just west of me near Medford. His name is Rick. I'm not going to say that. Offered earlier this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit up a couple of new parks this week.
I've been thinking too, Pat. I really just need to one weekend get on the train and come up to DC again and do some DC parks for the weekend.
You should come on a weekend that I'm doing a club activation, because that would be cool. Because I'm sure there would be people there who would like to meet you. We have a couple of guys that are actually pretty big in the POTA. They're in the club.
Oh, I was hoping you had some of the guys that were really big into 7200 that would like to meet me.
No, those guys don't live around here, I don't think. I think like the stuff they say on there, I'm pretty sure like they get a knock at the door, you know, if they said that and they lived around here. Because I mean, shoot, the Secret Service has knocked on my door once, so.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm
not gonna go into that, but.
Oh, come on!
I want to hear this story.
How are you going to drop a bomb like that?
I just said a mean tweet, and like I guess I offended the president. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Never mind. You're right. Don't go into that right now.
Yeah. Hayden, you're muted. Yeah, I got some flack for that one.
Yeah, I said don't go into that too much. You'll get another knock on the door.
Yeah. Well, the shit about it, the craziest thing is like, it was like on a friends only setting too. Like only my friends could see it, and they still somehow got it. I was like,
they know everything.
Yeah, it's like okay.
I don't think that matters.
Listen, everything that we're talking about right now, our phones is listening to us.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Facebook ads about it. So that's why we're talking.
I was going to be mean. I was going to say something really nasty.
That's why we're talking about ways to talk people into buying you a DX10. You hear that, phone? Ways to talking people into buying you a DX10. Hopefully I'll have an ad for that tomorrow.
See the Black Friday sale.
Have you heard of pyramid scheme?
Heard of what?
You could go sell Avon.
Amway.
That's what
I probably could sell Avon to Mike right now because his hair is all messed up from the barber and he can't use a camera.
You're just too funny.
No. Oh. Maybe Terry could find one in another dimension when he's on the Enterprise, and he could beam it to me.
I'm just gonna wait till Black Friday rolls around because I'm hoping there'll be a sale on them.
You know, I've been thinking about that. I was like,
I did fill in for the €100 cashback on my DX10. Waiting on that.
Oh yeah.
Because although I got it after, it was billed to me before September 30th, so I could apply for the cashback.
Yeah, the guy whose camera don't work to get on stream can afford to buy a DX10.
You're pushing it, aren't you? You keep forgetting I have the 101 MP as well. So
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know.
He's got the full array.
You got the 101 MP and the DX10. Kurt, he has a activator DX10 and a hunter DX10. I'm like, you're kidding me now.
I know.
Well, that's like
he's the one that like, oh, you get the DX10?
You rich people. Yeah. You rich people.
No, we work hard for our toys. Kurt was like, you have to get the DX10. Yeah, I'll teach you all the tricks on it. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, one of the guy who I bought the 891 from, he actually upgraded to a DX10. So he let me play around with it for a few minutes, and that's a great radio.
I can't wait to take it out to a park.
I'm probably gonna get one. It's gonna stay at the base station. I'm probably not gonna take it out because I mean I have the 891 for that. So
well, you want me to take out the DX 101?
Yeah.
So see, that was my original plan. I was like, I'm gonna get a DX10 for the house, and then I got to thinking, I was like, why would I do
never
that?
Keep it in the house.
Why would I do that? 99.999% of my radio use is in the field. I use my radio in the house pretty much on my Patreon after chat, and that's almost about it. I'm, right now, coax, empty coax. There's no radio setting here. Actually, if you look in the corner over here, that little orange case sitting in the floor, it gets already ready to go again. Because all I did was bring it in because I didn't want it to sit in the car because it's getting cold.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the hunt though from the house, like not even just POTA, but like DX as well.
If you're hunting from the house, you're not having time to activate.
Well, that's the thing though. I could have the radio at the house. I could just remote into it while I'm at the park.
That's what I do.
I could just be running FT8 on my computer at my home, and then I could be sitting at the park doing sideband.
Been there, done that.
So, do you think I could hunt myself from my house, remoted while I'm at the park?
You could.
You could. I'm pretty sure
you can go portable because we have to use stroke portable when we're out.
There's no rule in POTA about where you have to be when you hunt. Only when you activate.
I'm pretty sure that they're not going to count that as a QSO though.
It's a dupe.
I don't know. Let me just go to all the parks in DC and work myself on
160. But he
he
does have a point. At least here in Portugal, when you're out and about, you have to use stroke portable. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Usually I do use it when I'm doing FT8 because it's a lot easier on FT8 to do stroke portable, stroke P. But I'm always remote into my station at home. So it's kind of an iffy situation right there.
Yeah.
But you can't call yourself. I mean,
I'm going to say you can't. You could do it like it could be done, but I'm going to say it's not going to count as a contact.
No.
Worth a try. I'm going to try it one day.
I'm
going to see what happens. And then I'm going to put it on Facebook. That's going to be the best part. I'm going to put it on Facebook. And I'm going to record the QSO, just see how many people I make angry. Like, you can't work yourself.
Pat, you could use a club call. Your call and a club call.
Okay. You could if you're not going to be the one turning in the log as you activated.
True. He does have a point.
Because because think about it. If they would allow that, that's just going to open it up for somebody. I'm going to take my radio and set it on the picnic table, and I'm going to put my other radio in the car, and I'm just going to go out park to park, and then run to my car and be like, "You're 5'9" in kilo, blah blah blah," and then I'm going to run back and you're 5'9" too, and then I'm going to switch bands and do all the bands, and then my park's activated without even talking to anybody.
I have done
the way I wanted to do it is I would
have someone else activate or use the radio and then work me.
Yeah, I would actually talk to myself though. I'd actually give myself a signal report because if you're doing a remote station, it's different, right?
I'm just gonna say it's not gonna count as a contact. You could try it. I would be curious what the result.
I'm sure you could dupe the system. Like I said, you could dupe the system if you do stroke mobile or stroke maybe. QRP because it's two different call signs.
So we got. Hold on, I see something here. So we got somebody in the chat that's just telling blatant lies right now. This guy says QRP-aholic in the house. We all happen to know that this guy has been cheating on his QRP radio all weekend long, running a 100-watt radio. I do not. I'm going to call him out. That is not a QRP-aholic. He has went from the pee-pee man to the poo-poo man right now. I'm telling you.
You sounded good today, Mike. I heard you talking with Curtis.
Hey, now don't his tone sound a lot different though on 100 watts?
It sounds more fuller.
Yeah, like
He's got a better sound.
he said he said I fell off the wagon. Yeah, like the first time that he hunted me, I did not recognize the tone at all. So, but yeah, he does sound good. What is we'll have to. I wanted to do a QRP today. I just didn't have time after doing all the tests on that antenna and stuff. I had all my contacts weigh in, and I was like, I got to go. That's right. That's right. Comment of the day right there.
Man, Mike.
Yeah. Does anybody know what that means? That means he's using a Yaesu because the ICOMS has little girly mics. That is it. He's an ICOM fanboy, and he'll be the first to tell you that's what that means. What's going on, Brian? Thanks for the park yesterday. Oh God. So anyway, now that we've done busted PP Man's chops. Hayden, do you pull that camper down on the weekends, or does it stay down here?
No, it stays here at my in-laws' place. We used to take it around all over the place, but it's just more convenient to have it here and have our own place to stay when we're up.
Them mountains in the background are beautiful right now. I tell you, that's a pretty background.
I love it. Wait till the stars come out. Never seen so many stars than up here.
So, how's everybody getting along with the new awards? Early shift, late shift.
It doesn't affect me, man.
I know it doesn't.
I would say I do the same thing I always do, but I've been battling a really bad sinus infection for a week and a day now. At some points I'm doing good, and normally in the evening time like this is when I start getting worse. And so I've not been doing a whole lot of really late shifts. Matter of fact, people have been losing their mind because I've only been doing like 3 activations a day. I mean, I know I'm sinning. I'm being a big sinner for only doing 3 a day, but
yeah, I don't think the new Rover
sinner
award...
for 3 a day. I'm a sinner for not doing 3 a month.
That's the funny part. You got people that they're going, I'm going to go out and do a POTA activation this week. I ain't been in a month, but yet James has only done 3 activations a day. What is wrong with him?
I don't think the new Rover award's working correctly, by the way, because I did that 10 park Rove and I still haven't got my award for it.
Well, it's just
I haven't gotten the new one.
It's still catching up too.
Oh.
Did you see the update this week about the late shift?
Yep. Oh yeah.
We're talking about moving it forward 2 hours.
I posted that out. Actually, that should start.
Which isn't the worst idea. I think that's a good idea.
That should start
I think
tomorrow.
it is a good idea.
That should start tomorrow.
However, if they therefore move the early shift at all, that would be problematic.
Well, early shift on the East Coast, you're not going to get no park around here because they don't open till sunrise.
For the most part, yeah.
Sunrise to sunset here in Maryland, so most of the time you're not going to get I couldn't work a late shift unless I'm out here in West Virginia.
That's right, because West Virginia has freedom.
Their parks never close.
People all the time say freedom in their states. There is one park in West Virginia that you have to pay to get into, and that's because it's a resort park. And I don't know of any.
Greenbrier?
And I don't know of any. Well, I'm talking about the state parks.
Oh.
And I'm talking about. And I don't know of any that you can't be in and do late shift and stuff like that. So, there are some that says, we close at 10 o'clock, but it's West Virginia. They'll drive by you. They'll drive by you at 2 a.m. and wave. So,
Yeah, it's kind of chill out there, which is good.
That's that's the one thing I like. That's like when I go down to Florida, all my stuff is early morning.
Mm-hmm.
I get up early and get out, and normally by about 5, 6 o'clock, I'm back at my mom's house and I'm done. Because like everything starts closing down there quickly. There's some that you can do late. The Skyway fishing period's open 24 hours, but they're few and in between. I found a couple that I did on the late shift, and I don't know that it's one of those things that I don't know if I was supposed to be there or not. But there's no gates, there's no nothing, there's no signs. You just pull into the parking lot and you're in the ground. So, yeah.
Yep.
But the problem is 80 meters sucks in Florida. And 40 is not the best in Florida. So.
Most of my contacts with Florida have been on 20 meters here lately.
That's 20 and 17 is where I pretty much stay when I'm in Florida. So.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Well, I guess somebody's shooting again.
Oh.
I thought Mike was trying to cut the rest of his hair and drop something.
Someone was shooting around here this morning.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's an uh-oh in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Out here, it's normal.
Yeah. Well, it's normal here. It's just a bad normal.
Okay. So Pat, Eddie said it took till today to get his new Rover award, and he did the Rove the day before they made the changes.
Oh,
So yeah, it's still catching up.
Yeah, that early shift is tough.
So Sandy says that Sebastian Inlet in Florida is open 24 hours. I'm not exactly sure where that's at, Sandy. Where's that at? See if it's anywhere near where I go.
See, like I'm kind of lucky here because the National Mall is open 24 hours too.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the trails, those are all open 24 hours because a lot of them are on the road. Or by a road.
Yeah, I don't have the issue here, but when I'm down in Florida, plus this year when I go to Florida, I'm going to buy a yearly park pass because I spent way too much money getting into parks when I was down there last time. Because it's like $4 every park I go into. Unless I'm going to like a wildlife management area or some other trails and stuff like that. But all the state parks are like $4. And some of them later than that. Covain, good to see you, man. I've missed this guy here. He finally hunted me last night, and I was like, dude, where you been? I've been worried. Good to see Covain back into the things again. Mike says the other side of Florida. The other side of what, Mike?
You gonna go to the dry Tortugas, James?
If
cause the pileup of a lifetime.
if the Ham Radio Adventure Club is going like they're supposed to in February, I will be going.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, I'm a big maybe on Orlando now.
Yeah, I'm going to Orlando. Unless something stupid happens, and Central Florida, Melbourne near Cape Canaveral.
Sister's living right now.
I think that's further south than I am. I'll have to look it up, Sandy.
That's like by Orlando.
$11 if you add it to your license plate. Is that for like a yearly pass, Brian?
I know in Washington they had the same thing where you could
even buying the yearly pass, it's going to be over $100 for me to go down there.
Oh wow!
Get a yearly pass, and I'm only going to use it.
Wild.
Yeah, I'm only going to use it for a month.
Because like even in Washington, it's only like $30. Maryland, I don't even
Yeah.
know if they sell a pass, but most of the parks are
They
free
do.
anyways.
It was kind of funny because my mom asked one of the rangers, like, "So why do you guys do this here?" Well, Florida keeps their parks really nice and clean, and I'm like, I go to state park. I go to state parks everywhere to keep them nice and clean.
Yeah.
So my mom said, "Do I get a senior discount at least?" And she's like, "Everybody's a senior in Florida."
I think the
Cool.
Maryland pass is like $60, Pat.
Oh, I don't know. I just flash in my veteran ID. I don't pay anything. So
Yeah, there you go.
Coolest thing ever though is I did go to one park and the ranger asked me down there. She's like, "So what are you going to be doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to do some ham radio." She's like, "Oh, cool. So if you're going to put up a dipole, what you want to do is go down here to this road, take a left, and go back there. There's a lot of room down there. If you're doing she just went into this whole big spiel, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, my call sign is," and she just says her call sign. I'm like, that is the coolest crap ever.
Oh yeah.
she works in the park.
Yeah, she was
man.
at the gate, taking the money.
You should have told her, like, where's your vertical? Like, put a vertical up here.
California.
She could work all day long.
Yeah, you just sit there while you're at work doing FT8.
Alvin said California pass was $130, but $10 for a day, so it don't take long. That's true. Well, I mean, honestly, even I forget what it is. I think it's like 115, maybe in Florida. I could be wrong, but it's 100 and somewhere down there. Even in the month that I take, it will be an hour and a quarter south of Orlando. That ain't too bad. But it won't take me long to rack up to where I'm saving money buying the yearly pass, because there were days that I would be going to 5 and 6. Now, when I went, it was nice when I went with Bill Brown on our 18 Park Road, because he has the veterans pass like Pat does, and he just flashes up and go on. So that was nice.
Yeah, I was going to ask you too.
Craig says the Florida pass is $64.20. I was thinking it was way more than that. That's cool. If it's that, I'm down for sure.
Cool price. I was going to ask too. Are you planning on going to that Overland East show?
When is it?
Oh boy, I think it's.
Where is it? It's in Virginia somewhere, isn't it?
It's in Virginia. I know that.
Yeah, it's no, that's not it.
I so need to just start full-time YouTubing and retire. I got too much stuff to do.
Well, Jason's going, and I think I guess it's October 6th through 8th in 2023.
Oh my God!
Okay.
In Arrington.
You're asking me something that is a year away, dude.
Well, I told Jason, and hopefully he'll be down to do this, like doing like a Poda Soda Rove up Skyline Drive after.
Yeah, like I can't make plans for a year away right at the moment. I'm still trying to get through the first half of next year, which is packed.
I mean, that's nice and close to you at least.
Because I've got yes, there's not enough hours in the day. Terry posted the funniest thing in my Discord the other day. He said somebody said something about me, and he said James has gone to work because he needs some rest. And I was thinking, nobody understands that is absolutely the truth. When I go to work, it's to rest. Because I tell you, I do spend more hours doing YouTube stuff than I do working. And I spend more hours doing POTA stuff than I do YouTube. And I spend more time doing anything than I do sleeping. So, although I did sleep last night. Last night I slept. Mark that one down.
No wonder you need to rest.
Mike says at his age, he don't buy green bananas. I'm not sure what that means.
He might not be around long enough for them to ripen.
Oh, okay.
Just a guess.
Well, you're doing QRO now, and that's going to fry your brain faster, Mike. So you're killing yourself faster.
Yeah, the radio waves, right?
You know, I tell you, that's probably the last thing in the world that I'm going to be worrying about is the radio waves. He says, "Yep, you got it, Hayden."
Yep. Good guess.
Oh.
Well, we lost Mike.
Well, Mike, you can always, if you have to buy green bananas, you can call your lawyer and will out the bananas to somebody else in case, you don't make it for them to write. There comes Mike. Yep. There he is, and still half of his head cut. He's still cameraless. Man, Hayden, it got dark there fast, man. It got dark quick.
Yeah.
I swear, just a minute ago, I was looking at your camera, and it was really bright, and now all of a sudden it's really dark. But you know what? It's still a beautiful backdrop. I tell you.
Yeah, he's got the best backdrop on all of us today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I need to update my backdrop because I've got so many new awards that need to go. I need to replace all those awards and put new ones up.
Got him.
Oh,
I did try and convince Jason to do the Bailey Sprott award. I hope I got to him.
Which Jason?
Johnson.
Oh.
Whiskey 3 Alpha X-ray. The POTA King. Well, not the POTA King, but the POTA Commander.
POTA President.
President. The Presidente.
Presidente.
POTA President. Yep.
I think that would be a really cool one to get because right now it doesn't have an award.
Oh.
They should make that a plaque though.
Yeah, we've had this talk.
Yeah.
It don't matter. I'm not.
So we're going.
I'm not doing it for an award.
We're going late today.
I'm doing it. Are we already late? We're already late.
Yeah. We're cutting the tank radio.
Yeah, they've got.
We probably need to wrap.
Radio boys.
We probably need to wrap it up. Maybe Tank sent these bots over here. Just everybody's having to block for me. All right, Mike, what you got coming up? We'll wrap it up.
Next weekend contest. That's it.
Next week contest for Mike, Pat.
Like I said, a video. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, and hopefully some POTA this week.
Good deal, Hayden.
More hunting.
Little hunting. All right, for myself, I'm going to leave here and go do an activation, and it'll be close enough that I'll probably go ahead and stay out for the late shift. More than likely, I won't promise it. It depends on how cold it gets. Because if my head starts hurting, I won't. But I'll do an activation, and I'm going to try to get a video edited for tomorrow. If not, it'll come out later this week. Other than that, I'm going to still keep on the POTA and YouTube grind. I did add memberships to my channel now, so you're welcome to check those out if you want to. They have somewhat similar benefits to my Patreons, but the Patreons are still much more benefits. That's where I would suggest going if you want stuff like that. But other than that, thanks for stopping by, everybody, and we will catch you on the air. 73.
73, everybody.
I forgot. I got to do this outro, don't I? I always forget that. And where'd it go? All right.